Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector, and in this segment of 1/12 scale military action figures Turks, I am showcasing the all black Arsenal of Pew Pews, Honey Badger, USP Tactical Suppressed, and the KSG version 2.0. Um, so the Honey Badger, I've I've had like all the different kinds of versions of this, but this is the first black one. So I figured I'd show it off to y'all so you guys could see what it looks like in absolute black base format. Um, I think it's a great look. Uh, Black being black means that, you can be used on just about anything, right? Because it's a weapon like that's mostly black. Rifles mostly black, so yeah. Um, yeah, looking pretty stock. Normally, y'all know my steez. I love things that are, along the line of coyote or desert. But in this case, we're going to see what black looks like. The basic. Can't really go wrong with the basic either. So, yeah, detailing on this is pretty cool. Uh, I think this is a fun weapon to have for especially for the female types. It makes them look, I think, better in my opinion. These are the kind of weapons that I see them carrying more, and it look great. Look at these angles. You know what I'm saying? All really good looks. Yeah, the details pretty solid. Next up, we'll go with the USP Tactical. So if you're wondering why this looks familiar, it's because it looks almost very much like Stalker's uh, Stalker's stock weapon that he comes with, right? Let me show y'all so we could compare and contrast, right? Compare and contrast. Ooh, man, it's hard to take out the suppressor for the for this since I haven't taken it out the entire time I've been that I got this fig. I just once I got it, I was just kind of um, just kind of kept it, in his holster. So yeah, see, that's why it looks so familiar. But yeah, you have to worry about this thing breaking or bending a little bit, so gotta be careful. Okay, but yeah, in this case, this one's got a flashlight at least. The other one does not. The stock one does not, and it has a kind of a front sight post, looking sharp, and you don't have to worry about pulling it out or nothing. It's already just stuck right there. Looks good, I'd say. Nice clean look. This reminds me of like whenever how realistic some of these weapons are when the detail of the texture. Yeah, it's a good look. They have this in their Etsy store, so yeah, you can't go wrong. Right. On to the next. Yeah, but you could do all sorts of really awesome things with this. Super cool. All right, last but not least, the show, the whole effing show really is the KSG version 2.0. I never got the 1.0, so I can't really uh, show you in real life the difference, but I imagine a lot of it has to do with the uh, sight post, maybe even the front end, or perhaps it's the back. I'm not sure. But since I never got it, I can't compare it with, in real time for you guys. All I know is that this thing looks really good with this with anything that has a gas mask, a pro mask, because I don't know, it just seems to look like a SWAT like weapon, breaking, like law enforcement weapon, tactical law enforcement, really mess you up. I think it's a nice clean look in black. I can't imagine it being in any other color really, other than either the silver or maybe even the desert, but beige. My blend of beige, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say it looks really good with this figure overall. That's just, that's just me. It's nice to have options, you know. Shotgun, shotgun in this format in all black. I think is a winning formula. It's a clean look. I can't. Maybe I'd have Law and Order carry one when he gets in, but then you'd have to weigh in, well, nostalgia versus realism, and whichever one you think is going to win between the two when you think about uh, which weapons to display. Do you allow nostalgia to rule over, or do you let uh, sexy new weapon rule over? You know what I'm saying? Like like Airborne, his weapon is kind of and Grunt, his M16 is just kind of that's it. But then you give him like new stuff, and then you're like, oh, okay, this could look good on him. But then you start wondering, well, but he looks good. It doesn't hit the nostalgia button, so you might have to worry about the way that looks, right? So personally, uh, I'm still I'm like Mounds and Almond Joy. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. But, like other days I'm feeling nostalgic. Other days I'm like, man, your weapons look like ridiculous. It's time to give you real weapons. Something that in real time would make more sense, homies. I can't have you coming around looking like you're fighting with Nerf guns. So yeah. All right, folks. Well, that's all I got for this segment of 112 Scale Military Action Figures Takes the Arsenal of Pew Pews, USB Tactical Suppressed, KSG version 2.0, and the Black Honey Badger. I'm your host, Smooth, the Casual Collector. And until the next video, folks, ciao.